Morning! Happy Monday, everyone. Hope you guys are all well and swell and living your life. Hope you all had a fabulous weekend. I'm doing the things as we do. Put that body down. Share, but guys, while I do this, hop on in. Come say hello together. There we go. Link. Yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. Oh, Pat. So reliable, eh? Meditation. Pat, how was your weekend? Give me the bands. Let me know. Yeah, let me know what you got up to. Let me know how you're feeling. I'm gonna tell you guys about my weekend now. Let me just get in here. We done with all of those things. But good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Happy Monday. Hope you all had a fabulous weekend. Auntie Pat, great Saturday and rest yesterday. I'm so glad. How far did you run? Let me know. Give me the bands. I've brought Lahiu in here today. He's joining us for our coffee chats. But yeah, guys, I want to know who all did a walk. Who joined the Buffalo March on Saturday? That's what I want to know. Good morning, Daryl, Amy. Good morning, friend. Good morning. Auntie Pat did 10Ks. My God, well done. But yeah, guys, I want to know who joined the Buffalo March on Saturday, where you guys did it. What a great way to start the day. I've seen so many pictures of like all the groups that got together, and like it was so cool to see how many Jeffers got involved and joined. Like there were just so many squads. Joburg squad, the Cape Town squad, like people were in Constantia, they were in Hout Bay. Like how cool was that? And we all came together and just like did an epic walk on Saturday morning. How cool. Good morning, Iva. Oh, Iva. Yeah, I think it's just so incredible. It also just shows the power. I don't know why I'm putting my coffee down because I'm going to pick it up again. It also just shows us like the power of the community that we have, and like how everyone just rallies together. Like it's really quite sensational. Pat couldn't join the walk due to time constraints and load shedding. Guys, this load shedding situation, hey? I'm not about it. I'm really not. And you know what it is? I don't know if you guys are the same. This is quite random, but I find if the power goes out in like midnight or whatever, I always wake up because then the generator next door turns on. And you actually wake up in like pitch black, and I actually get a bit stressed. I'm like, I'm not even saying this, but genuinely for like a minor couple of seconds, I think I'm blind, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Oh, it's quite scary. But yeah, I'm not about this load shedding situation. If you guys can reach out to Mr. President Edgar, ask him to please turn it back on, that would be fab. I've already asked him myself, so there's only so much I can do. But guys, let me know how your weekend was, and if you did join on Saturday, let me know. And then we had the Argus yesterday. Oh my goodness. If anyone did the Argus, oh my word, please let me know. I have mad respect for you guys. There's something about like sitting on a bike for so many hours that just like doesn't I'm not a cyclist. I think if I got on a bike now, I'd probably fall off. Genuine. Like, I'm not, oh my goodness. The stories are coming out this morning. But I don't know what it is. Like, obviously, I know how to ride a bike. I do. But people say it's like riding a bike. Like, you don't forget it. But that doesn't mean it doesn't make you anxious when you have to hop on. So if it's been like a while, right? So when was it? It was a couple months ago. On the prom in Cape Town, they have those electronic bikes that you can just hop on and go. And I organized to like go on one of those, and it was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. Not only because now you have this thing that's controlling you. Like I'm not even pedaling. I'm clicking a button and this little motor is making me go forward. It made it more anxious. I promise you, there's so many people you're like weaving. So mad respect to absolutely anyone and everyone who did the Argus. I think maybe like at one point one of my big goals was I really wanted to do like Iron Man or half Iron Man. And then I realized that I'd have to cycle for like, I think it's like 120 Ks or something. I could be wrong, but no. Nancy, good morning, Nicole and Sunrise Stretches. I have to do this on catch up. Hop to the office. Oh, bless, Nancy. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hello. I appreciate it. And if you do it on catch up, please let me know how you find it. So, guys, jeepers. We have, oh my goodness, we have a big week ahead. Lots of things happening as per usual. It's still the Yes We Can month with Sir Edgar, guys. This month has been so cool. I think it's been like, we are very lucky to have Mr. Presidente lead us like he has. Like, I think all of our like leads and everything, they always put so much effort into something that they do. Like that, you're not gonna like half-ass it. Do you know what I mean? Like, always really get into it. And I think it's been such an incredible month of like really just remembering like, yes, we can, and just kind of lifting each other up and helping each other. I think it's been so epic to see. Especially the way the communities rally behind all of our ministers and our minister of support and our minister of inspiration. And I think this week we're nominating more, but I cannot remember what they were. So that's unhelpful. I know, sorry. But keep an eye and an ear close to the ground because there's going to be noise. It's going to be noise. But guys, this Saturday, we have the Yes We Can workout with Louis. And I think, I'm trying to remember who's joining him. I think it's Louis, Jethro, and Jess, I think. So get involved. It's going to be so fun. I think we're going to make a little community event here in Cape Town so that you guys can come join. We're doing it on the Camps Bay field, or that's the goal at this point. I'm busy talking. I'm going to start. You ready? Look, guys, this month's gone really quickly and it's making me anxious. And how fun is this? So next weekend is, wow, we're getting very, I'm going to take this off. Next weekend, I'm going to my brother's wedding. How fun is that? I've never been to a wedding before. Well, I've been to one wedding. Only one. Okay, I am 26, which is maybe a normal thing because like, I'm quite young still. But someday that's better. But I'm so excited. I'm one of his bridesmaids, well, one of his fiance's bridesmaids, which is very exciting because I've never done that. So I have no idea what I'm in for. But it's gonna be so fun. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll send pics, don't worry. But it's honestly, I'm so excited. I'm feeling quite like jittery today. Maybe that's why. There's so much happening in the next couple of weeks. So much that I'll be able to kind of reveal a little bit in maybe the next week or so. But yeah, next month has some big things coming. But guys, time is going very quickly. I'm still wearing my shoes. Whoopsie. But yeah, I'm really excited for this morning's flow. It's going to be more of like a full body, which is exciting. Usually I love to stick to like my core and everything, but I felt like today we would like spice it up and get the whole, not that we don't get the whole body involved, oh my goodness, but kind of spice it up, you'll see. I have my daughter's farewell party on Saturday as well. Oh my gosh, Pat, where's she going? Where is she going? Let me know. I'm going to put you down. Have another sip of coffee. But if you guys are doing this on catch up, please let me know how you find it. But for everyone here that is live, you don't need anything. I always have my yoga blocks here just in case. Always have my yoga blocks here in case. So you can have those if you'd like, or you can use like weights as blocks or anything. Books, whatever you can find. It is 7 o'clock though, so we are going to start moving. Get yourselves together. Start to move to the back to your mat. Okay. Let's grab this. Oh, okay, so guys, today we are going to start our practice in child's pose. So coming down onto your mat, keeping your knees almost like hip width apart, big toes to touch. We're just going to reach our hands forward. You can place your forehead on your mat, keeping our arms very relaxed to start with, bringing your hip bones, pulling them or pushing them down towards your heels while reaching out in front of you at the same time. So it's almost like these two opposite movements. And let's just take a moment to connect to our breath, to our bodies. Notice how on each inhale, your chest expands against your legs. Getting that in nice and deep into your belly. And exhale out through your nose again. Acknowledge how your body is feeling. If you're feeling a little bit stiff, if you have any niggles, bring those to your mind now. Do almost like a bit of a full body scan. See how your arms are feeling, your shoulders, your back, your legs. And then let's come back to our breath. If you're finding that your mind is wandering during the practice, just come back to your breath. It's all about just being present. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open if they were closed. Making our arms a little bit more active. So we're bringing our hands up onto our fingertips over here. So always making little cups in between your fingertips and your palms. And we're just going to walk our hands across to the right hand side of the mat. So opening up your left side. Breathing into that left lung. Feeling that stretch in your shoulders, your obliques. Pushing your left hip bone down towards your heels. One more breath here. Walking our hands back to the middle of our mat. And then all the way to the other side on the left. So opening up our right side this time. Feeling that stretch. We don't want to open up our shoulders here. You almost want to roll that right shoulder down towards the mat. Pushing your right hip bone towards your right heel. Feeling that stretch in your left. Opening up that left lung, really breathing into it. Nice. And walking back to the middle of our mat. Coming up into a nice tabletop position, keeping our hands beneath our shoulders, fingertips nice and wide, knees below our hip bones. Just going to take our right arm and just lift it up into a nice T. So we're putting our weight into our left hand and into both of our feet here. Just going into a gentle twist. As you exhale, you can bring your gaze over your right hand. And as we bring our hand down, we're going to thread it through underneath our left arm, placing your shoulder down on your mat, getting a nice stretch in that right shoulder. You can put your head down if you'd like, take your left arm and place it above your head. Otherwise, you can keep that arm bent. Nice. Coming back to our neutral position, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So taking our left arm, evenly distributing our weight between our legs and our hands, and lifting it up into a twist, finding that gaze. And as we inhale, we can find our length here, go just a little bit taller. Exhale, thread your hand through underneath your right, placing your left shoulder down on your mat now. You can put your head down if you'd like. Place your right arm out in front of your head. And just feel that stretch in your left shoulder. Nice. Coming back into our neutral tabletop position. So now what we're going to do is going to warm up our shoulders a little bit. So again, coming into our tabletop, making sure that your hands are beneath your shoulders, fingertips really nice and wide. So almost try and spread them a little bit wide, almost pushing your fingertips into your mat. We're going to do a couple little scapular presses. So we're pushing into the mat, like we're almost just trying to push the floor away, okay? Bringing our shoulders down. And then as we bring our body lower, keeping our core nice and strong, we're almost going to let our torso fall into our hands. So you can see I'm keeping my core nice and strong, and we're just pressing our shoulders up and down. You'll almost be able to feel like your scapula wants to touch when you get to when you like let your body fall. And it's just warming up our shoulders, keeping a little micro bend in your arms here. We're not bending them as we come down. It's not a push-up, it's just a scapular straight or press. Keeping your core nice and strong, not dipping your belly just yet. Push. Inhale as you come down, and exhale as you push into that mat, really trying to get as much height as possible, almost opening up our shoulders. For 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And come into almost a child's pose. Come back into our tabletop. Just kind of warming ourselves up here. You can make little circle movements. You can go backwards and forwards. Also warming up our wrists a little bit here. Very small little part of our body that takes a lot of strain. Nice. So now we're going to go into a couple of little yogi push-ups. So you can shift your knees just a little bit further back, keeping our hands just as wide as your chest. We're going to come down into our chaturanga push-up on our knees, okay? So as we come down, we're hugging our elbows into our rib cage, hovering just above the ground, and then pushing ourselves up. What's really important here is we don't want to be dipping our hips down. We want to keep a nice straight back. And as you inhale, come down. Push up, exhale. So you'll be able to feel it a lot in your biceps and in your triceps, keeping that core nice and strong, keeping that back nice and long. And exhale. We're just going to do 2 more of these. Nice, last one. Nice. Come back into your child's pose. You can roll your shoulders out a little bit, give them a bit of a shake. They might already be feeling a little bit tired. That's okay. Back into our tabletop. Untuck your toes as we go into our first downward dog. So remember, with our downward dog, we're pushing our chest towards our thighs. You can have a bend in your knees. You can lift your heels up. It's more important than trying to push your heels down onto the mat and rounding your spine. We want to keep that length in our back. We're just going to walk it out here, getting a nice stretch in our hamstrings. With each little walk, you can try and press your heel closer to the ground. Remember to breathe here. Nice. Coming back to a little neutral position. You can find that gaze in between your hands, and we're going to shift all our weight forward into a high plank. For our high plank, keeping our hands beneath our shoulders, core nice and strong, back nice and long. You can activate your glutes here. We're pushing into the mat, so rounding our back a little bit more. And then back into our downward dog. Walk it out. Nice, we'll go into that again. So finding that gaze in between your hands, coming onto your toes, shifting all your weight forward. So we come into our high plank and fold. Activate your core, pull your belly towards your spine. For 3, 2, 1. Pushing your bum up nice and high, pushing your chest towards your thighs, and let's walk down again. So we're just really warming up the whole body here. Let's go again, finding that gaze in between your hands, shifting your weight forward into our high plank hold. Nice. Keep breathing. Pull that belly towards the spine. For 3, 2, 1. Downward dog. Let's just do one more. Finding a gaze, shifting your weight forward, making sure your hands are still beneath your shoulders here. Activate your glutes a little bit more, pulling your knees up. For 3, 2, 1. Hips towards the sky. Walk it out in our downward dog. Finding that gaze in between your hands again. Just making small little walks up to the top of our mat as we meet in a forward fold. Have a little micro bend in your knees here. Feet hip width apart. Opposite hand to opposite elbow. And stretch out your hamstrings. You can nod your head yes, you can shake your head no. Nice. Hands back on your mat here. Bending your knees, pushing up through your feet as we slowly start to unravel our spine, stacking each vertebra on top of each other one by one. And last to come up, our shoulders and our hips. Big roll of your shoulders here. Nice. We're going to move into our little warm-up for our legs here. So you can just heel toe your feet together. So that's our feet are touching. As we inhale, we're going to reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. You can have a bend in your knees here. Don't stress about having them too straight if you can't. Have a nice little bend if you need it. Inhale as we halfway lift. And exhale as we sweep our hands down, bringing our bum into a bit of a chair pose here. So we're sitting down into our heels. You can go a little bit deeper if you'd like. Inhale, push into the floor, come to stand. Exhale, open up your arms into a cactus back bend. Bring your chest towards the sky. Inhale, bring your hands back up to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're just activating our legs a little bit more here, warming them up whenever we come into our chair pose. So let's go do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down onto your mat into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You can put your hands on your shins here. If you need to use a block, you can do that. If you can keep your fingertips on the mat, that's also okay. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend in your knees, sweeping your hands up above you, coming into our chair. Maybe going a little bit deeper than you did the first time. Pushing your thighs together as if there's something in between them. Inhale, push into the ground, come to stand. Exhale, open up your arms, going into a little bit of a back bend, bringing your chest towards the sky. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice, we're going to do that one more time. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, swan dive towards your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sweeping your hands, coming into our chair, go a little bit deeper. Nice. Inhale, stand. Exhale, open up your arms, cactus back bend. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice. Hope you guys are feeling a little bit warmer. I know I definitely am. So we're going to go into our sun salutation B. So you can just listen to me and I'll cue you guys, and we'll do that about twice on each side, and then we'll move on. So we're going to heel toe our feet out, making sure that our heels are stacked beneath our knees and our hips, back nice and straight, shoulders nice and loose. Going to inhale as you reach up. Exhale, coming down into our chair. Remember, really into our heels. If you can wave your toes almost to the front of your mat, that's what we want to do. It really makes sure that we activate our glutes. Inhale, swan dive forward. Exhale, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on your mat, stepping back into our high plank and going through our flow. So inhale as we shift our weight forward. Exhale, coming down onto our mat here. You can untuck your toes, pushing our chest up into a cobra. Tuck your toes underneath you as you bring your hips nice and high into a downward dog. Bring your right leg to rise, three-legged dog, hips nice and square. You can bring that knee nice and close to your chest as we step through. Pivoting our left foot back onto the mat so that the inside of our left foot is now on our mat. Bringing our hands up as we come into our warrior one. Keeping a nice right angle in our knee here. Making sure our knee is stacked above our ankle. Breathe. Nice. Placing both of our hands on either side of our right foot. We come step back into our high plank and go through a flow. So inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. If you want to bring your chest all the way down, you can. Otherwise, you can hover. Tuck your toes. Upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Going to the other side. So bringing that left leg to rise this time. Hips still very square to your mat. Bring that knee into your chest and step through into a lunge. Pivoting our right foot onto the back of the mat. So inside of our right foot is now placed on the mat. Pressing into our feet, coming into our warrior one. And breathe. Nice. Placing both our hands on either side of our left foot, stepping back into our high plank, going through our flow, shifting your weight forward. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Untuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Find that gaze in between your hands. You can either step, or you can jump, or you can walk to meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in your knees as you reverse one dive, come to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice, we're generating a lot of heat in our body now. It's getting a bit toasty here in the studio. And now that we're quite a bit warmer, we're going to do that again. So inhale, bring your hands up above your head. Exhale, coming down into our chair. This time, go a little bit lower than before. Remembering to breathe here. Little bit lower, little bit lower. Nice. And straighten your legs straight into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing your hands on the mat, stepping or hopping back into your high plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bringing that right leg to rise. So it's nice and square to the mat, three-legged dog. Tucking that knee nice and close to your chest and stepping through between your hands, pivoting that left foot back into our warrior one. Hold, find that length, activate your core. Nice. Coming back down, placing both our hands as we come back into our high plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. The other side. Taking your left leg to rise, hugging it into your chest as you step through in between both of your hands. Pivot that right foot back, pressing into the mat, coming into our warrior one. Remember to breathe. Nice. Placing both of our hands on either side of our left foot. Coming back into our high plank, shifting your weight forward, go through your flow. Downward, meeting and downward facing dog here. Finding that gaze in between your hands. Remember, you can hop, you can step, you can walk. As we bring our feet to meet our hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in your knees. Come to rise, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take a moment here just to catch your breath. Heart should be beating just a little bit faster. Nice. Okay, you can place your hands at your side here. Going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We do a quick little flow here. So stepping back into our high plank, shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. And now placing your knees gently back onto your mat. So we're coming back into our tabletop position. We're going to do a couple of kind of a different little flow here. I'm quite excited. Just quickly. Okay. So hands beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. We're going to tuck our toes underneath. Okay? Tucking our toes underneath our feet here. And we're just going to go into a bear pose. So we're just lifting and hovering our knees just above the floor. Pushing into the mat, keeping our fingertips really nice and wide. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. Place your knees back on your mat. Untuck your toes. So the tops of your feet on your mat now. We're going to inhale as we go into some cat-cows. So lifting your gaze, dropping your belly, and exhale into our cat, rounding your spine, bringing our chin towards our chest. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze into our cow. And exhale, tucking your tailbone nice, bringing your chin towards your chest. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice, we're going to do that again. So tucking your toes beneath your feet here, pushing into your mat, lifting your knees just above the floor here, hovering for 3 breaths. 3, 2, 1. Lowering your knees and tuck your toes, dropping your belly, lifting your gaze as we go into our cow. And exhale, bringing your chin towards your chest, pushing into the mat, rounding your spine. Inhale, into our cow. And exhale. Nice. Last one. And into our cat. Nice. Tuck your toes underneath, lifting your knees up, going into our downward dog here. Bringing our right leg to rise, hugging it into our chest as we step through. But this time, instead of going into a lunge or anything, we're going to keep our hands on our mat here, and we're just going to lift our left leg into a half moon, or going as if we're transitioning into a half moon. So taking your left hand, now you've got your left leg up, you're trying to bring that left hip as high as possible, left arm up. If you're struggling here, you can keep your hands on your mat. We're opening up our left hip here. Being nice and strong in that right foot. Placing that left hand back down on your mat. This time, going into another little twist. So lifting up your right hand, keeping that left hand on your mat. It's nice and energizing. Nice. Placing both of your hands on your mat, lowering that left leg again. So we're going to come up into a high lunge. So we're keeping straight, keeping our hips nice and forward, nice and square to the mat. It's not a warrior one, so we haven't pivoted our foot. We're just staying on the balls of our feet here. Nice. Placing both of our hands on either side of our foot into our plank and going through our flow. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, tap, downward facing dog. Nice, let's go to the other side. So lifting that leg, left leg, nice and high. Hugging it into your chest, stepping through in between your hands. And remember, we're going to bring our right leg to float this time into our half moon. Opening up your hips. Pulling that right hip nice and high. Taking our right arm above our head and hold. Find a spot on the floor here, help with your balance. Remember to breathe. You might feel a little bit shaky, and if you are, place your hand back on the mat here. Nice. So placing our right hand back on our mat, we're going to take our left arm and twist in the opposite direction. Keeping that core nice and strong. Just holding it here for a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Placing both your hands on your mat. Softening that left knee. Placing your right foot back as you come into high lunge. Keeping that right angle in our left foot. Stacking your knee above your ankle. Nice. Placing both of our hands on either side of our left foot. Stepping back into our high plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, go through your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Find that gaze in between your hands. Slow little steps to meet your fingertips in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in our knees. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice. We're going to heel toe our feet out to the sides of our mat. Coming nice and low, bringing our bum towards the mat in our little yogi squat here. You can kind of see me a little bit dark, but into our yogi squat. You can take the inside of your elbows and push against the inside of your knees to really get that extra stretch in your groin here. Placing your right hand down on the mat. We're going to go into a slight twist here, bringing your left arm up above you. Keeping your heels flat on the mat. And bringing both hands down, keeping your left one on the mat this time, bringing your right arm up as we stretch, opening up our chest towards the right. Nice. Placing both your hands on your mat, you can very gently place your bum down. And vertebra by vertebra, we're going to very slowly, you're going to activate your core a little bit here. Roll down until we're flat on our back. You can place your legs out straight, hands out to your side. Let your feet flop over. Let your hands shine up towards the sky. And just take a moment here to lower your heart rate and catch your breath. You can close your eyes if you like. And just become quite aware of how your body is feeling after that. Are you more energized? Are you feeling a little bit more tired? Were you feeling a bit stiff? Did you struggle? Did you fly through it? Acknowledge how you're feeling, but don't let it control you. Deep inhales through your nose and then push that air out through your mouth. You can wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your toes, and just be very proud of yourself for making it to your mat this morning. To move your body on this beautiful day. Be grateful for what your body has been able to do for you, not just today, but every day. When you're ready, you can blink your eyes open, and you can continue in your Shavasana, or you can get up. Let me just put that down there. But yeah, guys, that was our little flow for today. It's quite hot in the studio. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Like I said, if it was quite it's the balancing, I think, that we all kind of struggle with. But the more we practice, the more we get. But also, you need to remember that each day is different. So one day my balance can be like so good, and the next day I really struggle. So it's all about meeting yourself with where you're at and acknowledging that we're all going like this. We're all going up and down. Everything's changing. It's very hard to keep it incredibly consistent, but just like I said, meet yourself with where you are. Acknowledge that space. Like, for example, I'm feeling a little bit antsy and a bit anxious today, and I kind of take that into account. And I'm like, cool, if that's how I'm feeling, I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'm going to do what I can and kind of go from there. But let me know how you guys found that. Pat, thank you, Nicole. Sharon, sure, really need that. Thanks, Nooks. Have a great day. Guys, you have a great day. Sharon, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Please, Marie, body loved that. Thank you. I'm so glad. Nissa, awesome, needed that. I'm so glad you guys all felt like you needed it. I think that's really, really cool. Something to remember. But guys, have a lovely, lovely day. Lovely Monday. Like I said, if you did this on catch up, please let me know how you found it. There is the 8 a.m. now, which is always exciting. So if you're feeling like you need to move a little bit more, if you're feeling a bit looser, highly recommend you guys get involved in that. And yeah, I will see you all very soon. Have a lovely day. Best stretch is important. Guys, stretching is so important. People forget, genuine. People forget, and then they get injured. So take the time, stretch before your classes, stretch after your classes. Okay, very important. Iva, have a nice Monday. You have a nice Monday, Iva. And on that note, guys, I will see you very soon. Have a lovely, lovely day. Check you later.